1, 2, 3, 4. All right, welcome back to Country and Cold Cans. I'm Logan, and here with Trucker Andy and Kyle. Be sure to give us 5 stars and a great review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, and Stitcher. Share it with your friends and check out the website, countryandcoldcans.com. Check out the blog content and the shop. Andy had his song of the week last week. It is posted on countryandcoldcans.com. Like I said, we have the blog content and the shop with the hats, the koozies, the t-shirts, all available for sale. Come check that out and support the podcast. All right, fellas, we just did our 5 favorite albums last week. It's the end of the year where we're all kind of ranking things, listing things of all the music we've consumed over the years. And we said we were going to go with our favorite songs of the year this week, but we got a little twist this week. We're doing 5 songs we liked, 5 songs we hated. And we, as we always say, we go with favorite instead of best, because I don't really want to get into the pissing contest with people on Twitter about, well, how could you say this song's one of the best? Well, I'm just playing the shit that I like to listen to that connected with me and the things that we all found to be our favorites, not necessarily what we're saying are the best releases of the year. Because admittedly, I have an honorable mention that I'm probably going to catch a little flack for when we get to that. But what do y'all say? Let's start with a little grind my gears, 5 songs that we hated that came out in 2022.
Let's grind them.
All right, Andy, why don't you kick things off with number 5 on 5 songs you hated?
All right. And I will say this song is actually, it's not as much that I hate the song. It's actually, I hate the people, the listeners. It's them that makes me angry over this. It's You Proof by Morgan Wallen. You people had options to pick for a song. He put 3 singles out very close together. And this is the one you people choose. This is the one that we decide to make the most popular of all the 3. And that's why it's on the bad list. Because people made it bad.
You know, that song annoys me because I don't like it. It's fine as a pop song, but like, you know, it's not a very good song. And just like that, like that kind of shit that it does at the end of the hook in the chorus is annoying as shit.
I wouldn't have made me as mad if the people didn't have choices. He put 2 other songs out very close to it, and they pick this one.
I think the worst part about that song isn't the fans. I would actually say it's Morgan Wallen. He played that at the CMAs.
Yeah,
he has much better songs even this year to play.
Well, and on top of that, his current radio single is "Thought You Should Know," which is a fantastic song.
Yes, and he played that.
And he played Youth Proof.
Yeah. That is just, in my opinion, Andy, that's just as bad as his fans. Like you said, Thought You Should Know is infinitely better than Youth Proof. And you played that at the CMAs? Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's a bad song.
Definitely a bad song. All right, Kyle, what's number 5 for you?
It goes to the person that is fast becoming Blake Shelton 2.0, but much worse. And that's Party Mode by Dustin Lynch.
I have that as number 5, too.
That song is just fucking horrendous. I mean, here's the lyrics. I just want to give it to you as it is. Party mode, party mode, party mode. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's the chorus. What the hell is going on, man? Dustin Lynch. Somebody just needs to walk up. Parody, laughing. Somebody needs to walk up to him and smack the shit out of him and say, "What are you doing? You have real."
Somebody needs to Will Smith him.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Rock, bro. I mean, somebody, right? Like, exactly. He has real talent. I'm just like, man, what in the hell are you doing? Party mode? Party mode?
Dustin Lynch is disappointed. He stopped giving a shit about his music quality years ago.
Hardy wrote a song about him called Sellout. I mean, like, what? It's actually sold out, but yeah, no, but But he did sell out. He did sell out, man. God, that song infuriates me. The reason it's the worst song for me is the fact that he's not a Walker Hayes or a Russell Dickerson. Well, that's their whole MO. He actually has real talent. Like Cowboys and Angels.
It was a great song.
It's a great song.
Talk about a bait and switch on us. Starting the career off with that one.
Yes, and he has real talent to be a really good mainstream radio country artist. And he puts out this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's inexcusable. Like, if you're just going to be a Russell Dickerson, that's fine. That's your lane. Okay. We'll joke on you. We'll make fun of you. But that's your lane. Dustin Lynch, man, you can't do it both ways. You either need to be Dustin Lynch, the old Dustin Lynch, which I think could be his ceiling as a Dustin Johnson, or his floor as a Thomas Rhett. But instead, he just goes off in left field and is like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to take this paycheck here and just make shit."
That was number 5 for me on my list too, and that song is so bad. But I didn't rank it higher on my list of hated songs only because at least, and I'm just trying to be positive, Patty here. At least sonically, it wasn't the most offensive thing on my list. Right? If you don't listen to the lyrics, it doesn't sound horrible. It's not great. It don't sound horrible, but I'm with you, dude. Party mode, party mode, party mode. That's how it goes, how it goes, how it goes. Well, you know what? This fucking song blows. And
yeah,
like,
spot on, man.
I never thought that he was going to put out something that made me wish for the days when he was putting out songs like She Cranks the Tractor or whatever that song was, where he was, making a euphemism for being jerked off.
Yeah, right, yeah. I mean, this song just infuriates me. I hear it on the radio and I'm just immediately ill.
Dude, that's on the radio?
Yes, quite a lot.
Ew.
Yeah.
Kyle can't avoid the radio as easily as us, Andy.
That song would have made my list, except I knew Dustin Lynch did something bad. When I looked it up, I didn't see anything, and I didn't spend more time looking at it.
Bad is kind. It's just horrendous. It's awful.
Yeah, Party Mode's bad. But like I said, that was number 5 on my 5 songs I hated of 2022 as well. So I guess let's go to number 4. Andy, back to you.
The biggest screw job since Bret Hart and whenever that was.
1997, Montreal screw job, Quebec.
If I Was Your Lover by Kip Moore with no Morgan Wade.
No, Montreal. I don't know why I said Quebec. I don't know Canadian geography. Anyways, you continue.
But If I Was Your Lover by Kip Moore without Morgan Wade. The hopes and promises that we were promised and then had to wait for like 2 months to get Morgan Wade on the song. That song is garbage. Should never have been released. Shouldn't have done it. He knew better. At least he righted it wrong, and I forgave him for it. But I'm not letting it slide.
I don't hate that song like you do.
Yeah, but it's the fact that he acted like Morgan Wade was going to be on it, and then she wasn't there. He screwed
Fair
us.
enough. I think that they always had that plan, but I don't know why that went down. I think there was probably some label stuff. I don't know, though.
But we still got screwed.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, number 4.
The song infuriates me on so many levels. It is a Russell Dickerson song. I actually first heard it while riding in Bailey's car, and it's She Likes It.
That was number 3 for me. We've got the same list so far.
The reason it makes me so effing mad.
So bad.
It's not because he goes, ooh, I like the way she, ooh. It's not that. It's the fact that he is romancing her to John Denver. Like, talk about it. Nobody romances a woman to John Denver. I'm sorry. Like, that shit is just infuriating. Like, she likes when I wear a suit. Oh, God, it's just so many things about this song.
And she knows by the way I'm kissing on her that we gonna take our time.
Oh, God.
When I leave her a note, make us reservations just because that girl's for celebrating. This is like, he's making his case to be simp of the year. Like this shit, yes. I hate boyfriend country so much, and this song is so fucking bad. Like Russell Dickerson has never put out a song worth a damn in his career. He seems like a nice guy. Don't want to attack him personally. But his music is so bad, dude.
No,
like,
he's not a nice guy.
I try to avoid it.
Master. He's not a nice guy because he puts out simp music, and women think that all guys are him.
Oh yeah, well he wants. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They're giving him unrealistic expectations, thinking they should be worshipped.
I'm sorry, but like, no, God, I know my last one I said I became immediately ill. I become irate at the song, and the first time Bailey played it, I said, "What the fuck are we listening to?" Excuse my French. What the fuck are we listening to, Bailey? Oh, it's a good song. No, it's not. It's horrendous.
It is so
I'm
bad.
so glad I've never heard this.
Oh,
Dude,
Andy, we're gonna play.
We're gonna play it after the show.
Just
Nah,
so
you guys
have
won't
to listen.
remember by then, hopefully.
I'm making a note right now. Play. Yep, made a note in my notepad. Play
So
Russell Dickerson.
Andy can hear the ooh.
God, it's just. God, I'm sorry. He's a disease.
Russell Dickerson is so bad. Like, it's terrible when your best song you've ever put out is Blue Tacoma, and that song fucking sucked too. Like, it's just so like cringy. It's so unrealistic. Like, I hate the way he enunciates his words in this song. Bob and cool, and like just like he, like I said, when I leave her a note, make us reservations just because that girl's for celebrating. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, shut up.
So I've made a lot of mistakes in my life.
That song makes me so angry.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've learned from quite a few of them. One year for Bailey's birthday, I bought her Thomas Rhett tickets. She loves Thomas Rhett. Thought it was a good move. We went to Greensboro, saw Tommy Rhett in the Greensboro Coliseum. One thing I can never forget Thomas Rhett for is touring with him, because this is where I was introduced to him, and I wanted to just slit my wrist in my seats the entire time. I could not stand it. And Bailey's over here making notes of songs she likes of Russell Dickerson, and I'm just like, I just want to end it all. This is I felt like I was in a CIA experiment of torture.
The best thing you could have done would have been, if you were sitting front row, is just to pull out some noise canceling headphones and put them on right in front of him.
And sit on my phone.
And play Midnight in Montgomery while you're
playing hell yes.
Yeah, because Andy, you weren't with us that time, but Bailey was giving me and Kyle a ride downtown in Greenville, North Carolina, years ago, and she just could not believe that we were requesting on our ride downtown to listen to Midnight in Montgomery.
That song's lit.
It's lit.
Yeah, it is.
That was how we got into party mode.
It's midnight in Montgomery. Gosh, but such a banger. I'm ready to drink right now. Just think about it.
Gets the people going. Unlike she likes it. But I'm glad she might like it, because I sure as shit don't. That was number 3 on my list.
I don't think she exists. I think, like Kevin said, she goes to another school. I don't think she exists.
That's a good pick. I'll bump that one to 4, just so we can be in consolidation on that, and then I'll do my third one next go round. So Andy, back to you for number 3.
My list starts getting worse at this point. It's Tyler Hubbard with 35s.
Dude, that was literally my next song.
Yes,
that song is so bad too.
It's a song about tires.
That was my honorable mention.
This song would make sense like in a tire store, but outside of there, it's kind of useless.
That song is bad, dude. It's
it's pretty bad.
Like you said, sometimes I gotta slow down, catch a roll down, some Red Rock Road, let it all sink in like these 35s, make some time to kill, kick it back and chill, do a little more living than getting by. Like, what did I just read? I feel dumber for having listened to this song and for having read this song with the lyrics here.
In preparation for this podcast, I didn't listen to this song again. I haven't heard it since it was on the podcast back in the summer. It's that bad that I didn't want to put myself through the torture again.
What does living and getting by have to do with tires?
I have no idea.
If
I don't
you're worried
even know
about
what this song's about.
here's a piece of financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you are worried about living and getting by, just maybe don't buy some 35-inch tires. You know, they're kind of expensive. I have them on my truck.
Mhm.
They're very cheap. Wouldn't call them super expensive, but they cost money. Just go get you some old Goodyear Wranglers. Keep on trucking, buddy.
I don't like the way this song is written either, where once again he's trying to phrase things like he's being cool and suave, but this song is literally he's trying to use his 35s and riding in his truck as a euphemism for like taking a look at life and appreciating things. Dude, there are way better ways to say that in a song than 35s on your truck. Look at my truck. Yeah, what the fuck? It's my truck. Like that's what this whole song is. It's just truck, 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 and it's not even done in a cool way. It's not, like this is like a B-side of the worst Florida Georgia Line. It wasn't good enough to make it on their worst record, so he decides to put it out for his solo shit. Like this song is absolutely infuriating to listen to. And I'm one of those people that I can at least admit the Florida Georgia Line had they had a knack for earworms, man. Like we were all like 18 or so when they first hit the scene. They got some shit that if I hear it, my head gets to bobbing. I'm not going to sit here and act like I think it's like the best music out there by any means, but there's some songs out there that I'm just like, okay, I can deal with this in the right situation.
Cruise was a banger back in the day.
It was I mean, we were 18, everybody, that song, you couldn't avoid it. But
no, you couldn't.
This is just like wasn't good enough to make their worst record. And they have a record with that shitty song Swerve.
Swerve.
Just making me swerve. Yeah. That was number 3 for me as well, Andy. So Kyle.
that sounds dangerous. So my next one, I'm gonna give it to the man that makes music for people who sit on a tractor and farm and then masturbate at their straight lines they made. That is Brantley Gilbert. It's Rolex trademark on a redneck.
That was my number 1 song.
Yeah, Brantley Gilbert makes music for people that plow fields. And I'm not disrespecting farmers. They do a lot of great work. I'm not. But his market is people that plow a field and like, oh yeah, look how straight them damn lines are as they're masturbating to it. I'm sorry. This song is what people make fun of country music for.
Mm-hmm. So
it's almost satirical.
Oh yeah, like they're being serious.
Yes, but it's almost like this sounds like The Onion wrote a country song.
Yes, or they went on that new AI website that
Chat GPT.
Yeah, and they're like, write a country song about Rolexes and rednecks and trucks, and this is what it came out with.
I put a Rolex on a redneck. Oh, it can put some inches on your big block Chevy. Yeah, it can put a Yeti on your back deck. Slap full of long necks. Camo on your brand new Benelli. Yeah. It can put some pearl on your snap. Oh, yeah. Some gator on your boots. Oh, yeah. Girl on your lap, cause your papers to the roof. It's turning dirt life. Might not put a milli on your paycheck, but it can put a rollie on your redneck. I mean, son of a bitch. Who the fuck wrote that?
I can tell you who. He lives around here.
God damn it.
Like I actually know a guy who's good friends with him. He's a nice guy, and he's written some pretty okay to decent mainstream songs, but this ain't his best work. But he lives around here, one of the co-writers. And then I've actually met his ex-wife before. She's quite the stunner of a woman. she's a good looking lady, but yeah, he's a local guy, songwriter.
Yeah, and the fact that he even got Jason Aldean to agree to record this with him is just a miracle.
They're boys.
I mean, yeah, Jason Aldean's agent sort of ran kicking and screaming when he read those lyrics and said, "No, thank you. We'll get you on the next one."
Thing is, Aldean's put out some trash in the last few years himself. So
yeah, he has, but
the era of the truth and Big Green Tractor even is over for Aldean.
Yeah. Where are the standards? I want to know. Where's the floor?
Oh, they're digging to go lower than the floor every time they can. That was on my list as well.
Logan, have you even done a song yet?
No.
Or you just tagged along?
Yeah.
So you only got
Just
one
tagged
left,
along.
don't you?
Yeah.
Let's see if
Yes.
we can knock that one out.
Like these really, but that just shows that these really have been like the worst of the worst.
We got a chance to knock it out again.
You have a very good chance.
Yeah, that Rolex on Redneck, man, I was just I don't even know what to say. I truly don't. I was like, what in the fuck am I listening to?
I had actually heard a clip of this before it was released, and I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, what in the world? I was like, no. And a couple people at work were like, yeah, apparently they say it's going to be a big hit. And I was like, God, I hope not.
Who thought this was going to be a big hit?
People who don't listen to country music, and this is their in my office, and this is their idea of what country music is.
I mean, even
I've
the
never
title
heard
is
this
not
song.
good. Ain't Art making a note? Ain't
No.
no. Listen to that too. Rolex on Redneck.
Like you said, the title was not even good. The title was like, what's the most cliche countryism, but at the same time also kind of gangster that I can that I've made it that I can put down. Like I can just see people sitting there writing Rolex on a redneck. There's the alliteration. You got Rolex, you got redneck, threw the pen down. That's it. Are you serious? Like this is what we spend co-writing sessions coming up with. Rolex on a redneck. Nah,
It's almost like you said, it's almost like they put it in an AI algorithm and they were like, let's pick rich redneck analogy.
Yeah.
Damn, we got it. There it is. Rolex redneck.
Like you compare this with like a kind of tongue-in-cheek song like Rednecker by Hardy. And that song is very clever and kind of funny and a little bit of a jam, you know? And then you have like this song is not meant to be, it's sung in such a serious tone. Like this wasn't self-aware or anything. It was like they're being serious.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, they were.
All right, Andy, back to you.
For
What's number two for you?
I've got Warren Zeders, Ride It Hard.
I forgot about that song.
I was on YouTube, I think, when this song came out and it popped up. I'm like, I'll check this out. I don't know what's worse, the video or the song. It is just poison to the ears and the eyes. I don't think I have made it all the way through this song yet. I was out when the song starts with, oh, she's gonna ride it hard. Out right there. And it, to be honest, really doesn't get any better from there.
Oh, she's gonna ride it hard.
Or the only thing that it changes it. Whoa, she's gonna ride it hard. Ride it hard.
What was he singing about when he said she's gonna ride it? Is it at least like he's trying to be clever, but he fails at it, or was he just going straight on the nose?
Yeah, I think he was going for it, as in pecker. I just looked up the lyrics. Right? I have not made it through this song because this song ends with "If you ain't first, you're last." That's probably the best part because Ricky Bobby wrote it.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby.
So this guy didn't even write the best part of the song, which is the only good part. That song's trash. The video possibly is worse.
I'm gonna have to make a note on that one too to see that.
I'll make a note now.
Make a note now.
Yeah, make a note. That's one of the worst videos I've ever seen.
Warren Zeders.
Zeiders.
Was it Ride It Hard?
Yeah. Whoa, she's gonna ride it hard.
Okay. Right,
and Andy is telling us that he is talking about his pecker.
Are you talking about yours exclusively, Andy?
No, he's talking about his. I don't reference anything in any words that man references things in.
I was out on that guy the moment that I saw his Dark Knight TikTok where he's dressed up as the Joker.
He's the one that sings "Ride the Lightning," right?
Yeah, a couple of his songs are not the worst, you know, but his whole personality on TikTok is just
cringe.
It's cringy, man.
So, am I going next, Logan?
Yeah. Number 2.
Okay. So we had this discussion, and I was going to nominate Fancy Like, but it technically was not a 2022 release, but the album it was on was a 22 release. But after discussing this, I have nominated, somehow I have found a song on the same album for the worst song of all time and this year by Walker Hayes is on the same album as Fancy Like. As bad as that song is.
Before you say it, I'm pretty sure that you're about to take my last one here.
I think you're about to take my number 1.
Please guess it. I would like to know.
Let me guess. Is Y'all Life?
No, it is not.
That's my number 1.
Oh, wow.
It is actually You Girl.
I haven't heard this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a note. You're gonna listen to that too.
This might be the worst album that has ever been put out.
It is a cancer.
Does he have only do 2-word titles? Fancy Like, You Girl, Y'all Life. And then he has that song AA.
Y'all Life is technically 3 words abbreviated.
No, he has I mean, and the frustrating part about him is just he's like a 90-10 split of just shit and somewhat decent songs. He made that quasi-Christian religious song that you liked a lot, Logan.
Yeah.
Which was fairly decent.
Yeah, that was a decent song.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hated on it because it was kind of over the top, but it wasn't, by his standards, it was pretty damn good.
No, I agree.
I mean, it's like, what the fuck? What are you doing, bro? I mean,
what are some lyrics from You Girl?
Yeah.
Let me get to the whole first.
I'm curious now.
Ooh.
What is it with all the sex noises these guys are making?
I'm not kidding you, Logan. The first whole song is
Kyle sounds like a dog when a fire truck's coming by.
That is literally the entire first stanza. You girl, cherry bottom boom girl, every shade of blue jeans look mean with a body like that. Ooh, woo girl. Southern through and through. Ooh. Do what you like. Do what you do, girl. Ooh. More ooh. Whole second stanza. Ooh. Guys like me like girls that look like you, girl. Ooh. Oh, God.
He did sound like a dog when the fire truck goes by.
That's what the whole song is. The way you walk is suggestive. Strip mall downtown, impressive. Girl, I hate to see you go. Hold up. But I love to watch you exit. Ooh, another ooh. All the flames where you cooking at. That bourbon kiss where you putting that. I know it's rude to stare, but shoot, I don't want to stop looking at. Ooh.
This is a guy that has 75 kids too. He's like a dad, and he's singing shit like this.
I mean, Logan, I'm going to send you the lyrics. Both of you, actually. Look how much ooh is in this song. I'm going to send it to you right now. I want both of you to live react. Please live react to how many.
He didn't even spell out you. He put you as in the letter U.
It is you.
And then he spelled girl, G-U-R. Oh, my gosh.
It's even more of a cancer when you see the phonetics.
He goes, ooh, ooh.
I'm not.
There's nothing but oohs in this song. It is just.
You girl, cherry bottom boom girl.
The oohs are better than the other words.
Pretty much, yeah.
She's a woo girl. Southern through and through girl.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. George Strait should sue him for defamation for dropping his name in the song.
Yeah, in the words, another Will Smith reference, he needs to get King George's name out his mouth.
He should sue him for defamation and just name dropping him.
There is no world where the words George Strait should be followed by keep backing up that tailgate.
Trucker
Get
hat
sideways to that George Strait.
Trucker hat 100 proof. What do those two things have in common?
I swear.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have to give this round to Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I listened to half this album to find a song that was worse than Y'all Life and the Applebee song, and I found it. I put myself through the ringer for this podcast.
And the thing is, that's only number 2 for you. I'm interested what number 1 is.
Yeah.
Oh, is that number 2? Oh shit, that was actually number 1. I thought it was on number 1. Okay, I have another one now.
Well, wait. Did we do number 2?
Yeah, you did number 2 is Warren Zevers.
I know I did my 2.
What was your number 2, Kyle?
It's actually not even really a country song. It's more the fact the degradation of Thomas Rhett. It's actually a song called Sunroof.
I don't think I've heard that one either.
Nope.
Is that the one he did with Katy Perry?
No, it's actually, I can't remember this cat's name. It's almost like a pop song.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that one.
It is. I mean, it's just like, what are you doing, Thomas Rhett? Yes, it is by Nick Youre, no apostrophe, Youre, Daisy, Dazy, and Thomas Rhett. And I'm just like, what are you doing, bro?
What is it that the old independent country fans who like to pretend like they've never heard of Luke Combs on Twitter, they're like, oh, never heard of her.
I mean, this is more treasonous than, you said Luke Combs. That had been Luke Bryan. It's a fun pop song, but the reason I put it at 2 is just I was like, Thomas Rhett, you cannot have it both ways. You can't say you've been listening to more Eric Church and 90s country and then put out a fucking shit show this song is. Like, you can't not have it both ways. Just admit you're after the paycheck. I'm not mad at you if you say I'm just after the paycheck. But you can't have it both ways. You can't. What was that song? He had Death Row,
which was a good song.
Which was a decent song, and
it was a great idea that he didn't explore enough. But it was a good song.
And he had the album or the little EP before that he had some interesting songs.
Yeah, like Country Again, Side A. What's the name of it?
And he had that's right. And he had some interesting ideas there where he kind of got back more into the more old school Thomas Rhett country music. And then you're gonna listen to this. I'm putting the notes to Sunroof.
Yeah.
It is just, it's infuriating.
Because
you can't do it both ways. And I'm just like, just pick who are you? I mean, honestly, who are you, Thomas Rhett? Who are you?
I mean, maybe he's a little bit this, a little bit of that. I just wrote a Walker Hayes song.
It sounds
so let's quickly wrap this up with our number ones. Andy, I think we got the same one here. It's back to Walker Hayes, Y'all Life. This song is it's got more words than You Girl. It's pretty bad, but with literally, he's trying to be cool by saying them high school kids traveling like James Harden in them white limousines to the Olive Garden on prom night. It's good times, right? But the part that gets me the most is the freaking, I think it's the chorus. He goes, we be living that y'all life, y'all rolling in the South where it's all football and Jesus. Then they go, Jesus. And then it's like barbershop talking like, nah, shut your mouth. My mama sweet tea's the sweetest.
It gets worse after that, though. Turn that bass up, shawty. Show them how. Y'all, we raise up. Y'all, we going down, down, baby. Your street and my Bronco. I'ma talk to you real slow. Said, where the crawdads crawl. Said, living that y'all life, y'all life, y'all life, y'all life. Oh, y'all life. What is y'all life? I still don't know what it is. I don't think I want to know, but I don't know what it is.
Turn that bass up, shawty, show them how.
one second while I call 911 because I just had an aneurysm.
Nana pudding, prayer chains, tailgating in jeans ain't no thing but a chicken wing, nah. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, nah. This is literally like if you gave a 7-year-old told him to write something down, to write a poem. or write a rap.
That's too.
That's what a
too
7-year-old would write.
That's too generous. That's like a first generation AI just writing basic English that rhymes. That's too kind. That's too kind. A 7-year-old's better than this.
Said, y'all, I got that wiffle ball bat flip swag in my walk. Down in Bama.
No.
Yeah, down in Bama,
no.
where they grammar got some country in it, y'all. This is just like a word salad of things that are like supposed to be country.
What in the hell is a wiffle ball bat flip?
Swag in my walk, bro. You ain't know because you ain't got no swag. You ain't living that y'all life.
Apparently not. I live in the real world.
We might need to do a deep dive on this album. This possibly may be the worst album ever created.
I think for once, Andy, it's time we review an album that we don't like.
I think we need to have like an English phonetics doctorate come on and just examine how even this is not even music.
I'd be curious if the whole album has one coherent line.
Really, though.
I would like to do a word count on how many times "ooh" is in there. I would say it's probably 40% of the album.
Yeah. Well, that concludes the Festivus portion of the show, where we aired our grievances about the worst of the worst that made us angry in country music-ish this year. Let's go to the stuff we did like, our 5 favorite songs of the year. Andy, why don't you kick things off with your number 5 on your 5 favorite songs of 2022?
This one I might catch a little flack for. I know the writing for this song isn't the best, but it's still, I have played this song a lot. It's Riley Green, I Hope She's Drinking Tonight. The banjo, the fiddle, the chorus is so catchy. This song ended up at the top of my on repeat, and like it's a good driving around song, I guess. It's pleasurable to the ear. I will say writing is lacking, but the ear pleasure is worth the lack of writing for me.
I did not have that on my bingo card to be on your 5 favorite songs this year.
It's a little banjo in the background in the chorus that it's got heavy fiddle on it. I like the instrumentation. I like the way it sounds a lot.
Hey, like I said, we picked 5 favorite, not 5 best, so fair enough.
I will say that is not the best. I will fully admit that.
Kyle, before I throw it to you, I'm going to go on and piggyback off of Andy on that and say my honorable mention might catch a little flack for, but I didn't realize how much I've listened to this song. It's actually a Chase Rice song called Key West in Colorado. I really actually do like that song. I love the dichotomy of like, finding a way to get over the relationship that he was in by like, traveling all around, and then the dichotomy of like the cold being in Colorado and like, and then like, or like Key West being coastal, whereas like maybe it's the salt in the air, salt on the roads. Then also the dichotomy, he said like something about the beach, or was it Boulder? But that's when he knew it was over. I actually think that's one of Chase Rice's best songs he's ever put out. So that's my honorable mention. But throw it to you for your either honorable mention or start at number 5.
So I'll start with my honorable mention. It's actually a Coetzel song, Sad Song. It was one of the few songs I did not catch the first time we had reviewed this album. I completely missed it. And Andy thought that I was just going to nail it. It was a swing and a miss for me. Sustained ass song. And once he said it, I couldn't unhear it, and it just made me love that song even more. That's my honorable mention. My number 5 song is actually Varsity Type by Austin Meade. This song, and Austin Meade in general, is the closest thing I have heard to a reincarnation of Bowling for Soup. And I love Bowling for Soup. The song in itself is kind of a parody. And he makes a lot of self-deprecation songs, which is kind of Bowling for Soup's specialty. And he kind of has that like flair and style to him. But I love this song, man. It's just a fun song to listen to. I love that 2000s-esque pop rock. I like the harder rock, like as me and Andy do, but I know Logan likes the more pop rock. But that's my 5th favorite song. I really like song. It's probably my favorite song on that album. I'm not very high on the album as a whole, but as far as that goes.
Well, on that Co Wetzel note, my number 5 song checks in. And just for clarification for the listeners, like we made a rule that if you pick one of your favorite songs being from one artist, that artist is retired from the rest of the list. You can't have 5 songs by Co Wetzel or 5 songs from Zach Bryan. You can only pick one from an artist, just to kind of give it more variety. Number 5 for me, I picked Yellow Bush Road by Co Wetzel. This was an early one that I did like. I liked that it was it kind of like leaned into we now know like his next record is gonna be country, and this was probably one of the countryer moments on the album. And as the track list got lower or down the track list, it got a little bit leaning more towards the a countryer sound. And Yellow Bush Road, the self reflection in it, and then it's like self reflection, but also humorous at the same time, like the saying that family hates the fact that he's cussing on the radio. He's just hometown hero without the cape, poor motherfucker who grew up on Yellow Bush Road. You know, he's seen success, but still, he's just the same guy that grew up there. I really connected with this song pretty early on. So that was number 5 for me, Yellow Bush Road, Co Wetzel.
Very nice. Solid choice.
Andy, number 4.
So number 4, the only song this guy has put out, and it makes the list, Austin Snail, Excuse the Mess. I love the sound of this song. It is right down my alley. I love the writing of the song. It's sort of clever. So, subject matter is right down the just everything is trashed in your life. Sad stuff, right down my alley. And one of the lines that actually gets me the best: the only thing in this house that ain't been to war is the bed, because the truth is I don't sleep anymore. For some reason, to me, that just ties the whole song together, and he knocked it out of the park with this one. I hope the next song he puts out and it's not a cover is equally as good as this one.
Interesting choice. I've listened to that one a few times. It's popped up in my mixes.
I wouldn't think you wouldn't like it as much because it's the rock. It's fairly hard rock leaning.
Yeah, like I hate hard rock.
You do hate
You
hard
always
rock.
say you do.
You do hate hard rock.
I hate butt rock from those bands that all sound the same from 2000 to 2004.
Subjective what you put in butt rock. Let's just be honest.
I mean, Stained, Creed, like
they don't sound anything like.
They don't, but okay, continue.
They're all the same. Nickelback.
That's closer to Creed.
Creed and Nickelback are the exact same band.
Oh God.
They
Okay. Bad take, Logan.
Number 4, Kyle.
Number 4 for me.
One's just Canadian, one's American. Anyways, number 4.
Number 4 for me is Rain Check, John Party.
Oh, okay.
Sad boy country makes me happy. And this is, as I told a couple weeks ago, with the Morgan Wallen song that is now escaping my brain, on the EP he put out. Cannot remember the name of it. This is good John Party. It's all about just, I'm at the bar, getting tore up. Pretty girl walks up to me. Yeah, not tonight. I'm just sitting here and just soaking my feels. I ain't gonna talk about it to nobody because I'm a man. But I'm gonna just sit here and be in my feels. No thanks. You know, you're a good looking thing, but let's just sit here and sulk. It's good John Party. It's good country music.
It's what this country music.
It's what this country was built on.
Pushing down your feelings until they eventually explode on you and drowning it in whiskey. That's what this country was built on.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like Rain Check a lot. Number 4 for me is Caitlin Butts Jackson. I alluded to this the other week when we did our 5 favorite records of the year. This song in particular was one that I had on repeat a lot. Like I said, it's kind of a callback to I'm Going to Jackson by Johnny Cash, June Carter Cash. And from the opening lines, you know, he said, I'm saving up to buy you a diamond. He said, it won't be much, but I'll get you one soon. I thought we'd be married in a fever. I thought we'd ride off like Johnny and June. But then she goes, I don't think we'll make it to Jackson. I don't think we'll make it that far. And then it's like the second verse, I think it's just, in my opinion, the best one, where it's like empty promises around every corner. Can barely see the light in your eyes. You say you're wrong and you say you change, but your heartbreak lips remain the same, and they're too good at telling lies. This is quality country songwriting, Walker Hayes. If you need to get a lesson on how to write a song, you might want to study up on some Caitlin Butts material. Production on this is fantastic. Her voice is impeccable as usual. Jackson is a song that I loved from the very beginning and had it on repeat this year. So number 4 for me, Caitlin Butts is Jackson.
For number 3, I would say this is an artist that I don't think you guys would have picked for me that was going to make this list. Eric Church, Madman.
Ooh.
To me,
Andy, you are just coming out of left field, sir.
He is.
This song is one of the closest songs to perfect I have heard in a long time. The writing of this song is phenomenal.
Chef's kiss.
There was a line I just picked up on today that I didn't even get. If you light that fuse that looks to you like a half-smoked cigarette, just it is packed start to finish with just impeccable songwriting. I love the production of it. I love the way he sings it. I like how the lyric where he takes the mad all the way up till his voice breaks. I love how it stops right before it. There is nothing I don't absolutely love about this song.
If you like it so much, why don't you marry it?
I would. That's not an option.
No, it's a great song. I agree with pretty much everything you just said. It is fantastic songwriting on showcase here by Eric Church and his co-writers.
That's a good pull. I forgot that song even came out. Good pull, Andy.
Technically came out in 2021 to the fancy folk. Those common folk on Spotify. It was this.
Was that on one? Was that on?
It was on.
That was on the
yeah. Okay. So my number 3, I'm sticking with the theme here. Some sad boy ass country. It's actually sad girl ass country. It's Neon by Hailey Whitters.
Ooh.
The whole first half of this song is, as Andy says, chef's kiss. I mean, I love the line. And there goes my reason for buying that dress. I mean, it's just a fucking banger breakup song. But what makes it even better is you don't get a lot of breakup songs from women. And not like this. And it's just, she's going to go out with her friends. She's going to have a good time. But every little thing at the bar, the song comes on. And it's all of a sudden those memories just start pouring over. And between that and I love the line, you be the one that goes and I'll be the one that got away.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And I really love the line, be the reason that porch light that let me get exactly right. I'm ad-libbing.
He goes, ooh, ooh.
Yes, that's right. Yes, sir. Where is that one line in it? Oh, here you go. I'm turning off this porch light that I always said I'd leave on. That's like a staple of Americana, not even country music. It's just, for the most part, Mama always said she'd leave the porch light on for you till you got home. And from top to bottom, the song is just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And I mean, to be on her first record, I mean, she just nailed it. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace, brother.
I was saying it's her second record.
Oh, is it her second? Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, sorry.
Kyle thought I was giving him the peace sign.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I was trying to quietly tell you what it was without correcting you on the air.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't listen to the. Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, I didn't listen to the first record. So yeah, you are correct. I'm sorry. I would like to correct the record. I like to be open and honest with the audience. I was a dumbass and Logan corrected me. But yeah,
I was trying to do it where nobody would know.
Yeah. I like to own my mistakes occasionally.
It's called accountability.
That's right.
Accountability culture.
Unless your woman tells you you're wrong, and then you deny.
What does Old Rose say? Admit nothing, deny everything.
That's right. Exactly.
No, that's a great song. Those lines you said in particular is a top tier case of country imagery. Yes. Love that song.
It just hits you right in the feels every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh hell yeah! Just what? Every time I hear that song, when it was in my Spotify Wrapped, it was like the 5th or 6th song on the list. And as soon as I played that playlist through, as soon as that song came on, I was like, you know, let's run it back. Michael Jordan, let's run it back.
The Last Dance.
Let's run it back.
It's a good pick. Definitely a good pick. Number 3 for me is my Zach Bryan pick. It's probably not one you guys would think that I would pick, but this is low-key been the song that I've listened to the most without me realizing it from this record, based on, as Andy would say, the data and the statistics. Late July, the very first track on the record. It's more stripped back, more OG Zach Bryan with the production choices, but just he hits you over the head immediately with the first couple lines saying, "I heard life is what passes when you're too busy living, and love is at its finest when times are hard." Like, again, poetry to me. And then there's something about that the opening lines of the chorus that have just connected with me for whatever reason. Like, it says, from the very first time I heard it, "I'm heading down the road, I guess, another good time I'll regret, but I wish that I was coming home to you." Like, that is just fantastic. Like, as we have said 2 times so far, Chef's Kiss. Love this song. Didn't realize how much I've played this song until I saw my Spotify numbers. This one was definitely been on repeat for me, on my on repeat playlist they gave me. So Late July, Zach Bryan, number 3, my 5 favorite songs.
That's an interesting point you made that is similar to mine when I get to my Zach Bryan song. But my number 2 is from a guy that is, I would say, is quickly becoming one of my favorite artists out there today. And that's Hardy with Jack. I love the sound of this song, and I love the way this song's written. He hooked me from the beginning with this. I think it'd be the dichotomy of Jack in the song, and it makes you think of which one is which. And this song is just, songs that make me think like this one did is some of my favorites. And this song got me hooked just on repeat listening to this when it came out. I love this song.
That's one that it took me a few listens to get what you were getting at with it, because at first I didn't understand. I was reading it too much at face value, and then I kind of understood it. Andy, I do find it kind of humorous that you've picked 3 songs, and you know that fake news narrative that we've started on this podcast about you saying Andy hates country music. You really have only picked 1 song that's like audibly country when you hear it so far on your list. The Riley Green.
2 of them are straight rock songs. Eric Church's is pretty much a country song till you get towards the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy, if I was a betting man so far, I probably would have gotten one of your songs. You have thrown 2 massive curveballs, and I'm almost about to strike out at the plate.
I don't think you would get my number 1 song. You'd get the artist, but I don't think you'd get the song.
I would be willing to make that bet. Yes, you are correct. I would be willing to bet that you could also pick my number 1, but not guess the song. But anyway, my number 2 is my man Gio, who was on the podcast, Call You Tonight. What really changed my whole view of the song is the music video. Not the fact that it's a 65-year-old stripper.
that Kyle got his rocks off to Candy, the 65-year-old stripper.
Not the fact of that. It's just like the fact that the music video just completely illuminated that song in a whole different light. I would have never equated those 2 things and the meanings of the song even remotely close to that without seeing that music video. I mean, you got like a 16-year-old kid swimming the floors at a strip club who's head over heels for a 65-year-old stripper. But I think this is probably Gio's best song. It is just a absolute banger. And the whole album's phenomenal. They do pop rock phenomenally, even some more even heavier rock, but they do it excellent. I mean, from top to bottom. But that song in particular, as soon as I think I sent it in one of our playlists that I sent that we didn't ever do a pod on because other stuff came up and we got busy. But that song in particular, man, I love that song. I listen to that song at least like 4 times a week. At least.
It's
probably once a day. It's probably once a day in my playlist. absolute banger. And like I said, my whole view of that song changed when I watched the music video
Yeah.
because it's absolutely hilarious. But it also gives more serious. And, the music video is satirical and whatnot, but it kind of gives a little bit different view of the song when I'm calling you tonight. And, she OD'd on drugs and he tried to call her as a 16-year-old boy. Yeah. But
let's say for the purposes of this that he was 18, because I think he was implied that he was 18.
he's barely 18. If he is, like, his birthday was last week and he started on Monday. So yeah, I mean, they did a good job of selling the point of that music video.
Yeah,
so,
he has good music videos.
Yeah, Overrated's a great music video too. But that is an absolute banger. Love that song.
So number 2 for me is Miranda Lambert's Waxahachie, and she the full band version of this on her record Palomino that just came out this past year is an absolute amazing song. Love this song. From the production choices, it has a tinge of like 80s kind of influence, it feels like, in it, to the melody is amazing, but just she grabs me with the very first the way she delivers the very first verse, where she's like, nobody ever left New Orleans as mad as I was. I wrote a lipstick letter on the mirror with a bourbon buzz. You were right. It got about as bad as it gets. I'm not looking for a turnaround tempo on a rumble strips. Like, love this song where she's like, they got into a bad situation with their relationship. She leaves and she's heading to Waxahachie. Amazing song. Definitely implore people to go listen to that record, Palomino by Miranda Lambert. But this is a standout track from that otherwise like up and down really good record.
Before we go to our number 1, I would like to do one more honorable mention, and that is Miss Bell Bottom Country herself, Miss Lainey Wilson. I love that record. She's kind of like introduced it's not really a subgenre, but she's made her own mark on country music, the whole Bell Bottom country scene.
Yeah, it's real funky in a way that would make Jerry Reed proud.
And I really love the song These Boots, her Daddies with D-E-D-D-Y. Very, very southern way to say it, for a female way to say dad. But I love the way that song is. It and also she's overtaken Miranda in my heart.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she has.
Huge if true.
Yeah. Sorry, Miranda, I'm sorry, but she's the new thing. She's the new fling of mine.
Kyle just threw Miranda out the pasture and picked him up a younger woman.
I did.
Oh, that's a great song or a great pick. I love my honorable mention from that record would be Weekend. Love that song.
Yes, great song as well. Yeah, but I loved it. I love These Boots Diddy's song. We all grew up in the same town. Every female calls their dad that. They won't say it in public that way. They say my dad or whatever, When they're in civilized society, but
we had this conversation at work the other day between the Southerners and the non-Southerners, and the way I explained it to them was, whenever I refer to my dad and I'm not speaking to him, I say my dad, but never once have I ever said dad or daddy. Like girls say diddy with an I, and guys say daddy with an E. But like when I refer to him and like not addressing him, it's like I always say my dad. But I've never called my dad. It's a very Southern thing.
Yeah.
I've never called my dad anything but dad.
I call him
Andy.
Pops.
You're Kansas Andy, so
yeah, I call him old man.
You disavowed your southernality.
He is Midwest.
You're Midwest Andy. Kansas Andy.
Hey, there was in a John Wayne movie where one of his sons was calling him daddy, and he threw his kid and he smacked the kid for calling him daddy and said, "Don't you ever call me that again."
But
that's cool.
Logan,
John Wayne ain't from the South.
He's from California, isn't he?
Also, he's from Iowa.
His first name is not John; it's Marion, I believe. So come on.
Yeah, but like I said, Logan, me and you both know him. That's how most girls talk. That's how they call it that.
They say Diddy.
In private, or in general conversation. They don't ever don't say it, in a civilized society,
Yeah, they only say when they're addressing their dad.
Right, yeah. And I thought that was a clever little touch on that song. But
yeah.
Andy, I believe it's your turn.
Number 1.
But first, my honorable mentions. Bleed for You by Cat Hasty. I love this song. I love the way it sounds. I like some Cat Hasty. And my other one is Thought You Should Know by Morgan Wallen. What he set out to do with that song, make a sentimental song about your mom, knocked it out of the park with his intentions. He killed it on that. But my number 1 song.
Who can we guess? I know who it's by.
Yeah, you know who it's by.
Can we guess? All right. Can you give me the first 10, the second 10, or the third 10 in the album? Or is it on the Summertime Blues?
It's on Summertime Blues.
Summertime Blues. Summertime Blues.
It's not actually my favorite song, but there's a very good reason why it is number 1 on my list. I guess.
All right, I have my selection. Logan, do you have your selection?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it 20 so?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay. All right.
It's Oklahoma Smoke Show.
I knew
actually
Midwest Andy would pick that.
It's for the reason Logan said. There's a line that spoke to me from this song that it came into my mind. I actually didn't know that it was from this song. And it took me a while to piece it together where it came from. And then it came out in this song. And then I am aware of my brain didn't actually hear this in this song. I guess it was subconsciously. It's that small town bar scene where small vices kill your big dreams. That is probably my favorite line of the year. The fact that my brain never registered that line. The fact that it was in my head, I guess in my subconscious, there be a reason. So that's why it made the number 1.
It's a really good song.
It is.
Yeah, I love the chorus. He's like, she's an Oklahoma Smoke Show. He's an asshole from back home. Good song. Good pick. Kyle, number 1.
So mine's by the same artist. And it is actually on the American Heartbreak record. And it is in between 25 through 34, if any of you would like to give a guess.
From Austin.
No.
I'm going to say it was She's All Right.
That's early in the album. It's actually, I'm not going to give you the exact number, but it's between 25 and 34 on the album. So
Billy Stay.
No. It's actually Corinthians.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yes. I love this song, man. This song is like a pure reflection, and it's almost like a song of wanting to be. It's almost like a song of wanting to be a better person, and almost like wanting to reevaluate life, in my opinion. And like I said, listening to this album is like reading someone's thesis. It takes serious time.
We know that takes a while. Wink, wink. Classic Rock Carter.
Yeah. I mean, this album is a genuine brain exercise, but this one just stood out to me. Every time I listen to it, this one just stands out to me. And
the reference in there, I love the reference to him, like the idea, in Christian theology about being born again.
Yes.
He kind of like today's a good, Sunday's a good day, I'm paraphrasing, a good day to like die. But he didn't mean like physically, like
he means to be like
your
reborn.
sinfulness die and be reborn, born again, right, kind of thing. Yep. It's a very well written song. I 100% love this pick.
And I get heavy American Aquarium. I get heavy American Aquarium vibes with like nothing fun happens after you're 25.
Yeah.
You're on the losing side of 25. So, bro, yeah, right.
Accurate.
Yeah, I mean, we're all getting old, man. We're all being lame. So, and I, of course, there's like infinite number of songs on this album that I love. I can't find one there's like two or three I don't really like, but other than She's All Right, which is just an absolute tearjerker. But this is my favorite song of the album. I just love the self-reflectiveness of it, and it really kind of in my stage of life, it kind of vibes with me.
Oh, it's a great pick. Really good song.
And I know this isn't a song of the year, but this is my, and the song this is my song of the year, but the line that really stands out to me is like, I think he says like, my granddad was got something, but he loved Jesus to his core, and I want to die today so I can learn something more.
Or learn to live for more.
Learn to live for more. Yeah. Just it's so good, man. I want to know. I would love for this guy just to sit down with like somebody like Joe Rogan or somebody on a 3-hour podcast and just let someone pick it. Just let someone pick his brain. Like, what is his process?
Agree. I would love to talk to him for like 5 hours.
Yeah, I would just love
to hang out with the guy and just see what comes out of his mouth.
Because I feel like he has so much to say, and I would just love to know his process. Because he doesn't miss. I mean,
it's like I said when we were talking about the albums last time. He's like wise beyond his years in his writing aspect.
He has self-reflection in real time in his songwriting, which is incredible and something that we haven't really seen a lot of. Which is why I think he's connected with so many people, and he's connected with younger people because his like self-reflection is kind of like
it's mature, but
things that we've all gone through or are currently going through.
Sure, it's mature, but it's like it's mature, but it's not.
It doesn't feel old,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like younger people.
He doesn't feel like an 80. He doesn't feel like your grandpa telling you what to do.
Yeah, and it does. He doesn't even feel like a 35, 40-year-old dude talking about their life experience. It has a different. It feels fresher to a younger audience.
I would love for him to sit down with just somebody and just pick his brain. A really good interviewer. If you're listening, Zach, us, it would be great.
Yeah. We'll even condense it down to 30 minutes just to fit your time schedule. But yeah.
us. We would love to pick your brain. I have so many questions.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a great pick for number one. My number one is none other than the song that got me into her music, another contribution from one of the ladies of country music, and that's Miss Megan Moroney and Hair Salon. Hair Salon
I didn't see that for number one.
Dude, I have loved this song since the moment I heard it.
It's a great song.
Production is perfect. The songwriting's fantastic. Like, just it's such a unique take on finding out that your ex, your first love, has moved on and gotten engaged, and it's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I was saying, it's also uniquely Southern.
Yeah, it's uniquely Southern.
I get my haircut in an actual hair salon, which is 99% women. I'm like me and this one other random dude to go in there for our haircut every 2 months, and it's nothing but gossip. And when she sang the song, I was like, that sounds like shit when I get my haircut. I'm just like, I don't care about this gossip, but I hear it all the time.
Yeah. You're 100% right, because barbershops, salons, they all are that way. And but this song, the narrative of it, the way it's written is, like you said, it's unique for what we've seen in country music, coming from like the hair salon being the hook of the song, but it's a uniquely Southern kind of like situation. Whereas I called up Bernadette, she had at 10 a.m. And then it was like talking about how she needed to get her roots were coming in, all that stuff that I guess women can relate to a little more. But then like she lets her do the talking, lets her spill the tea, like you said. She pays for the color, but the drama's free. And then you hear she goes into the chorus, hearing about all the different things that all that was going on around with like the high school football team winning state. And I love the line, "My best friend's mama's husband is sleeping around." But then she hears a couple chairs down that her ex has found the ones, bought a ring, and now she's heartbroken in a hair salon. It's that, and then there's just something to the way she delivers the line. I guess it's a damn good day to go blonde. Like it's such a good song. And like I said, there's prevalent steel guitar. Her voice sounds fantastic on it. Like 2 thumbs up for me for Megan Moroney on this track. And it is number 1 on my favorite songs of 2022.
I would never guess that, but yeah, it's a great choice.
I wouldn't
either. Look at us being diverse.
That's right. Hey, look, man, I've been saying for a while, though, that some of the best music in country music has been coming from the ladies of country the last few years.
Andy would disagree, but yes, I 100% agree.
I had Cat Hasty in at number 6.
That's true. Yeah. We had the one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, Hailey Whitters, Morgan Wade, Megan Moroney,
Lainey Wilson.
Lainey Wilson.
And then you got like the more established acts like Miranda Lambert still putting out quality music. Calamino was a good record.
Yeah, it was a good record. Also, you had hers around. No, she was number 4.
Caitlin Butts.
Caitlin Butts, yeah, Flatland's wife. Yeah.
I don't know how you should word that, but
seriously though, she's a very talented songwriter, Kyle. You're reducing her to being Flatland Cavalry's lead singer's wife.
Yeah, I'm like Michael Scott. I have things that I
mean well.
I have things that I equate to certain things, and that's just how it works in my brain.
Yeah, like that. He's like Baldy.
Yeah, Baldy. Yeah, Fetso.
Kyle started that statement out meaning well. By the end of it, he just wrecked it for himself.
Yeah, that's how things work in my mind, man. Oh yeah, she's married to the guy from Flatland. Yep, Caitlin Butts.
Word association.
Yeah.
But no, so in the Spotify description, there's an area where you can leave a comment. You can leave an up to 1 minute voicemail. Please do so. Let us know what your favorite songs of the year have been, and even more importantly, let us know the ones that you absolutely freaking hate, because it's almost festive this time. Yeah, which one by Walker Hayes is it? But definitely check that out. Do that. Would love to hear from everybody. Give us 5 stars and a great review on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, and Stitcher. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and share it with your friends. Check out the website, countryandcoldcans.com, for blog content and shop for t-shirts, hats, and koozies. For this episode of Country and Cold Cans, I'm Logan, sitting here with Trucker Andy and Kyle. We will see you next time.
Merry Christmas. Take care, guys.